Yes, what is my music about? That's a tough question. So you don't want to be labeled. I try to make it like this. I come from a very small town in Germany. I'm a European, and this is my heritage, and this is my origin. But I was really inspired when I was 13. I had a piano teacher. He was inspired by Eddie Pinera, Irakere, and all this Latin American music. And I really felt a deep connection to the Latin American rhythms. And from that on, I tried to make it happen, like the two origins put together. And when I went to New York, I met John Benitez, who actually played with Eddie Palmieri, and he gave me the courage. He said, "Man, follow your heart, and you can make your own vision." And that's what I'm doing. I try to make this I try to pull it together, and this was the first step when I recorded with John Benitez, Antonio Sanchez, and then at the end it's with Paquito de Rivera. But now, living in Berlin again, I really try to open it up more. I have my Berlin Quartet, and we really take different routes and try to make something very new with rhythms, odd meters, crazy harmonies, nice melodies, and really make it happen on stage and create something completely new. So it's hard to label. It's me, it's my music, and it's about, it's about life, maybe. Composing is a very important part of my musical ideas. I see myself almost more than as a composer than a piano player, and because if I do a composition, I really can give the color, the frame of where I want the band to go, or the recording. But how I start composing, it's hard to describe it. Usually I have a certain idea of what I would like to do, like musically, or also like a special theme, but then usually I need to know for what musicians I'm going to compose, especially when I was, for example, recording with Paquito de Rivera. I had his voice, his sound in my head, so I tried to combine my musical vision with his way of playing, and I also did it with my last CD. I had the whole musicians together, and so I tried to make a mixture of what I want to say as a composer and to write something for them, so I integrate them in my process of compositions. Yes, and with compositions you can really try to get deep into the music and really concentrate on what you want to say with your musical ideas. Inspiration is very, very deep and important to know where you be inspired to make good music or let your music happen. It's the other musicians, like the ones I'm playing with, they give me a lot of inspiration, like my Berlin Quartet, like when I was playing with Paquito, when I was playing with John Benitez. All they give so much energy and inspiration, so you really get deep inspired to make good music. But then at the same time, it's the life that inspires me, like my little daughters, my wife, my family, my friends. When this is a lot of deep inspiration when I write compositions for my daughters. I really think of them, how they are, and I try to make it music. And the third thing is like traveling. I'm traveling so much. I'm traveling a lot to Asia, to China, to Latin America, to Europe, and all the people I'm surrounded by, and all the experience I have there on my great tours. They fill me up, and I try to give it back in my compositional and musical process. That's about inspiration. Life mostly. Yes, my vision as a composer and piano player is to make deep and honest music, to try to really get focused on what is real about me and try to give this real energy to the people. And at a concert, it's very hard for me when I get on stage. It's what it's about to be on stage and what vision I would like to give to the people. And it's mostly about the energy. I really try to give a lot of energy to the people because they give energy back to me, and to make something new, so they have something they get out of the concert and they have some new ideas and something they have to think about it. And that's my vision, of really make it happen on stage and musically, to be new and always try new ways and to create something that has not been there before.